The landscape of online scams is shifting as U.S. authorities take decisive action against a company linked to significant cryptocurrency fraud. This move underscores the growing concern over how cybercriminals exploit digital infrastructure for malicious activities. On May 30, 2025, the U.S. Department of Treasury announced sanctions against Funnull Technology Inc, based in the Philippines, and its administrator, Liu Lizhi. They've been accused of facilitating romance baiting scams, which have reportedly led to over $200 million in losses for American victims. Funnull has enabled numerous websites involved in these fraudulent schemes, causing considerable financial harm to individuals. In this video, we'll explore the details of the sanctions, the methods employed by Funnull, and the broader implications for cybersecurity. If you find this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. On May 30, 2025, the U.S. Department of Treasury imposed sanctions on Funnull Technology Inc due to its significant role in facilitating romance baiting scams that exploited cryptocurrency transactions. This marked a pivotal moment in the government's crackdown on cybercrime, particularly as it relates to the use of digital infrastructure for fraudulent activities. Funnull, which operates under various domain names including funnull.io and funnull.com, has been linked to thousands of fraudulent websites, contributing to an alarming trend where victims reported losses averaging over $150,000 each. The company's infrastructure, known as Triad Nexus, was highlighted in a June 2024 cybersecurity report for its involvement in a supply chain attack on the polyfill.io JavaScript library, raising concerns about its broader implications for web security. In addition to enabling scams, Funnull engaged in a practice called infrastructure laundering, where it acquired IP addresses from reputable cloud service providers like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure. This tactic allowed cybercriminals to host scam websites while evading detection. Funnull's operations included generating unique domain names through algorithms, facilitating the rapid deployment of fraudulent sites that could impersonate legitimate brands. The Treasury's investigation revealed that Funnull's administrator, Liu Lizhi, was implicated in overseeing a structured system that assigned domain names specifically for virtual currency fraud and phishing schemes. This level of organization within Funnull's operations suggested a highly sophisticated network of cybercriminal activity. Moreover, the FBI's findings indicated that between October 2023 and April 2025, Funnull's infrastructure was linked to over 332,000 unique domains, with patterns of rapid IP address changes that further complicated efforts to track and shut down these fraudulent operations. These developments underscore the urgent need for enhanced cybersecurity measures and international cooperation to combat the growing threat posed by such entities. The consequences of the sanctions against Funnull Technology Inc extend far beyond financial losses for individuals. Victims of the romance baiting scams report not only monetary damage but also emotional distress and psychological trauma stemming from their experiences. Many individuals who fall for these scams often develop deep emotional connections with their perpetrators, leading to feelings of betrayal and shame when they realize they have been deceived. The scale of the scams facilitated by Funnull has led to a significant ripple effect in the cybersecurity landscape. As law enforcement agencies intensify their scrutiny of companies involved in cybercrime infrastructure, legitimate businesses are increasingly compelled to bolster their security measures. This shift creates a pressing need for organizations to invest in advanced cybersecurity solutions to protect themselves from potential exploitation by cybercriminals who may seek to leverage their technologies. Moreover, the emergence of infrastructure laundering practices, as exemplified by Funnull, signals a troubling trend in the cybercrime arena. This method of obscuring criminal activities through legitimate cloud services complicates the task for regulators and cybersecurity professionals. It highlights the necessity for enhanced collaboration between tech companies and law enforcement to develop more robust monitoring systems that can detect and deter such illicit activities. The FBI's findings regarding the extensive use of Funnull's infrastructure also underscore the growing sophistication of cybercriminal networks. The ability to rapidly shift domains and IP addresses as a response to takedown efforts demonstrates a level of agility that poses a significant challenge for authorities. In response, cybersecurity experts are advocating for the implementation of more stringent domain registration protocols and improved tracking mechanisms to identify and dismantle these networks before they can inflict further harm. As the landscape evolves, the implications of the Funnull case may serve as a catalyst for broader regulatory changes aimed at holding technology providers accountable for the misuse of their services. This could lead to a more comprehensive framework that seeks to balance innovation in the tech sector with the imperative of safeguarding consumers from malicious actors. In conclusion, the sanctions against Funnull not only mark a pivotal moment in the fight against cybercrime but also highlight the urgent need for a collective response from the tech industry, law enforcement, and victims' advocacy groups. Only through collaboration and vigilance can the tide of cyber fraud be turned, protecting individuals and preserving the integrity of digital spaces. As the fallout from the sanctions against Funnull Technology Inc unfolds, individuals and organizations must brace for the evolving landscape of cyber threats. The sanctions not only target Funnull's operations but also signal a broader commitment from authorities to disrupt the infrastructure that supports cybercrime. This shift means that cybercriminals may adapt their tactics, seeking out new providers or methods to bypass detection. To protect yourself in this changing environment, it's essential to stay informed about the latest scams. Romance baiting scams, in particular, exploit emotional vulnerabilities, often leading victims to invest significant amounts in fraudulent schemes. Always verify the identity of individuals you meet online and be cautious of requests for money or personal information, especially if they involve cryptocurrency. Moreover, consider employing security tools that can help identify and block potential scam websites. Utilizing browser extensions that flag suspicious sites and maintaining up-to-date antivirus software can serve as an additional layer of defense. Regularly monitor your financial accounts for unusual activity, as prompt action can mitigate losses associated with scams. As the cybersecurity landscape evolves, education and awareness are your best allies. Stay engaged with reputable sources that provide updates on emerging threats and best practices for online safety. By understanding the tactics employed by cybercriminals, you can better protect yourself and your assets in an increasingly complex digital world. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.